Abby Lee Miller has been sentenced to over a year in prison. But the irritating reality star refuses to slink away quietly. Shocking, right? 2 weeks after a judge told Miller she would need to spend 366 days behind bars, due to her admitted role in a bankruptcy fraud scheme, the ex-Dance Moms host has come out firing against the new Dance Moms host. Back in March, Miller laid into producers of this long-running Lifetime hit, slamming them as cheap and chauvinistic and quitting her job as star of the popular show. Just days later, Cheryl Burke was hired to take over on Season 8, which is filming new episodes as we type. After initially expressing basic excitement over the gig in her first set of public comments since being hired, Burke turned her attention toward Miller herself several days ago. Speaking to reporters backstage at Dancing with the Stars, Burke said the following about the effect Miller's sentencing has had on her former students. "The girls are so precious, and I feel like they are traumatized from what has happened with Abby, and it's important for me to still be strict and do what I do," added Burke. "I expect nothing but the best from the girls, but it's also important for me to make them feel confident about themselves because they are all beautiful and talented." Naturally, these words got back to Miller, who did not miss out on an opportunity to stir up a new feud. "I think it's a joke," the 50-year-old choreographer tells Us Weekly, expanding. "In my studio, every single day, I had numerous producers, choreographer, Gianna, Martello, and some type of child advocate service person who's the tutor, social worker who is there, who watches everything that's said, everything that goes on. So, how could any traumatizing be going on? That's ridiculous." That's a weird response, isn't it? Burke is simply saying that the girls are having some trouble dealing with the fact that their former instructor is going to prison. As they should be, right? As Miller likely would even want them to be, no? But Abby isn't even focused with her ex-pupils in this case. She's focused on the woman who is taking her place on Dance Moms, and she's taking Burke's remarks very personally. "I think that's a really rough statement and I would never say that about Cheryl," Miller tells the aforementioned tabloid. "I think she needs to watch her mouth." Or, what? Miller is going to an actual prison. She will soon be spending actual time behind bars. She isn't really one to be making threats at the moment. In closing, the Pittsburgh native also claims that Burke doesn't have enough experience for her new job. "Doing a show for 3 weeks is nothing like doing a show for 7 seasons, Miller says. Perhaps forget that Burke has competed on 19 seasons of Dancing with the Stars.